This video is going to be a little bit tough, but there you go. So I started streaming full-time again back in March. Again, to be clear, not my job. I have a job separately. My job doesn't take too much of my time on a month-to-month basis, so I decided to do this kind of as a side thing. And yeah, do you know what? I've been making a reasonable amount of money. The last few months, I've made a pretty solid $500 a month. I say made, I've spent more than that on equipment, emotes, etc, etc, etc. But like at the end of the day, when you're growing a stream, the money doesn't matter. The money is not what is relevant at all, because if you're doing it to make money, you stop. You're wasting your time. Streaming is the last way to make a quick buck. You should be streaming to grow yourself as an entertainer, as a broadcaster, as a brand, and as a community. Like grow a community, make some friends, that kind of thing. These are all good reasons to start streaming. Making money is not a good reason to start streaming. So let's talk about growth. Again, the TLDR of my life story, which I'm not going to go into now, but I will in a future video. I used to be a Hearthstone streamer full-time, got up to around 100 current viewers, joined an organization, things went wrong, started to drop, finished university, gave up streaming, and then occasionally streamed Hearthstone from time to time to about 5-10 viewers the last few years. Decided to come back and hit it hard this time, and it went well. I went from averaging 5 viewers to averaging 10 viewers to averaging 20 viewers to 30 to 40 to 50 to 60. We even got to like an average of 60 or so viewers. But there's a whole bunch of reasons for that's not entirely because of the quality of the stream. I'm being brutally honest here. My best friend, Birdkeeper Toby, big YouTuber, helped me out a lot. Did a huge stream for the launch of the newest Pokemon DLC, and raided me straight after, and I played the Pokemon DLC. By far my most successful stream, by far my most successful night of broadcast. I got so many followers, and my stream had a little bump from that point onwards. We got a lot of viewers. Then slowly they lost interest and dropped out again. And that's, I think, kind of what I wanted to get to in this video, is that streaming is not a good way of gaining viewership now, as stupid as that sounds. Because of how much competition there is, people aren't likely to just stumble in and find your broadcast. It just doesn't happen often. And the problem is you'll get a few people that do. Of course you will. You'll get a few people that do, and they become devoted to you and they watch you every single day. That's great. But that won't last forever. Most of your viewers will at some point get bored and stop watching. It's sad, but it's true. And your job as a streamer is to try and make sure that you are getting an influx of new viewers more frequently than you're losing the old ones. And that is easier said than done. Especially if you're only broadcasting on Twitch and that's it. Nowadays, it's just not good enough. And again, I don't know if you watching this video now, I don't know if you've watched my stream or not. I'd like to think it's pretty high quality. I tend to put out very high energy. I've got a very good camera, very good microphone. I make sure my overlay and layout always looks as clean as possible. You know, like I would think that hopefully I'm one of the better quality broadcasters on Twitch. But it just doesn't matter, because people aren't going to find me that way. People aren't just going to wander into what game I'm playing and be like, oh, who's that guy? Thousands of people down on the list of people streaming the game. So that is why I started doing YouTube, and specifically started doing daily uploads. If you've been following this YouTube channel, you will know that I upload a new video every single day. Whether that's a video of me talking about a topic or something that's trending in gaming, maybe the Fortnite versus Apple thing. Maybe it's footage of me playing a game enthusiastically and having some banter with friends. Maybe it is advice for streamers, like this video now. Has it worked? No, but I only started a couple weeks ago. Like, how quickly do you think you can go from absolutely nothing to building a YouTube channel? It takes time. It takes time, and it takes a lot of effort. You have to just keep throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what works. Like, what is optimal Falcone content? I'm still trying to find that out, and I can't hope to grow properly until I've worked that out myself. This is why my content is so varied. This is why I'm talking about streaming, and I'm talking about Halo, and I'm talking about Apple, and I'm talking, you know, I mix it up because I don't know what I'm best at making. I don't know what will be best received, and it's got to be a mix of both of those things. I don't know whether I prefer talking to the camera really close like this, or whether I prefer being stood up back there talking to the camera. I don't know whether basic, very minimal editing is good enough for what I want to put out, or whether I have to go really hard on it, like yesterday's Apple versus Epic video, where I spent far too long editing it. This is why I'm doing a healthy mix of everything, a mix of short form I don't really edit it that much, just edit out the downtime content like this, and the more advanced editing like yesterday's. Why some of it is footage from stream that have been edited down, which granted, a lot of people, not a lot of people watch those, but the people that do watch those tend to watch a higher percentage of the video than people watching anything else. That is to say, those videos, when people start watching, they tend to really enjoy them. And so the question is, how do I get more people watching them in the first place? And I have to believe this comes with time. I was planning on spending this video delving into my numbers. There's this website, this wonderful website that if you're a streamer and if you like stats, you should check out. It is called Sully Gnome. And you can find out all sorts of statistics to do with your stream here. As you can see, in the last 14 days, my average view count has been 38. But in my last 3 days, it's been 34. That would imply that over my last week of streaming, things have gotten a little bit worse. My numbers tend to trend down a little bit. If you look at the last 90-day chart, where there was a time where there was a very clear trend going up, and now you can kind of see, because I've now been streaming again full-time for more than 90 days, it kind of starts here where I'm getting like, 20, 30, and there's this big trend up where you can see some of the big peaks where I was doing the really great Pokemon content and getting raids and getting help and that kind of thing, and some people were sticking around. And then there's like a little bit of a trending down, as you can see, back to struggling to find my feet, but that's okay. What I want to say in this video is that streaming takes time. You can't expect to grow quickly, and I should never have expected to grow quickly. Part of me thought I would, you know, when I started streaming again, I saw these numbers going up and up and up. Part of me actually thought, yeah, this is it. It's going to continue to go that way. And that was naive and it was stupid, because streaming is competitive and it doesn't really matter how good you are. You're not, unless you're extremely lucky and also extremely talented, you're not going to grow at the rate that I thought that I was going to grow. If you want to stream properly, you need to have a schedule and you need to stick to it. Not for days, not for weeks, but for months and for years before you can expect to see any real progress. I'm in this for the long haul. Like, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but like, unless work starts to go completely mad to the point where I'm physically unable to stream anymore, I'm going to be doing this for a long time. And I'm determined someday to make this thing work, and I want you guys to come along for the ride with me. I want you to be a part of it, and I want to be a part of your growth as well. If you're growing on Twitch and YouTube and trying to make this a thing that works, I'd love to follow your progress as well. I find the whole thing fascinating. I would love to learn more about the science behind growing on Twitch and YouTube, etc. I do strongly believe they are linked. I really truly think you cannot hope to just grow on Twitch alone. You have to be putting out content from elsewhere. You have to be getting your friends to watch your content, and you have to be watching your friends' content as well. Support each other, learn from each other, grow from each other, look at what other content creators are doing, take inspiration from it, but don't just stream for 8 hours a day every day, because you won't get anywhere. Once upon a time, that was the answer. Back when I used to stream Hearthstone, it was simply a case of stream for a long time and more viewers will come, but that just doesn't work anymore. There's too many streamers and frankly, not enough viewers. And I'm determined to keep learning and keep growing and keep improving, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. And if you want to be with me for that journey, join my Discord server. The link is in the description below. We have a streamer workshop channel for talking about the science behind streaming, for talking about your overlay, your schedule, whatever you want, your stream, your content, where we can help each other out, give each other advice and that kind of thing. And I'd love to have more friends there. It's funny, I thought that making this video would kind of make me sad, because again, I thought I'd be delving into the numbers and seeing how I was doing so well, and now things have kind of crept down a little bit. But strangely, I don't feel sad. I feel optimistic. I feel hopeful that if I continue putting the work in, we could see that again, and we could see it go even higher. Streaming's exciting. It's a journey. It's not a fast one. It's a marathon, not a sprint. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.